Hi, this is Bed Rest Coach Darlene Turner Lee, owner and founder of Mamas on Bed Rest and Beyond. Today we're trying something new with our e-zine. We're doing a video e-zine. As many of you know, I've done this with the blog several times, put a video up there. But I had a request from a friend, like, why don't you do one for your newsletter? And I thought, I don't know if I can put it in the newsletter. So we're trying something new. I think this way, you can kind of sit there, get an overview of what's going on with Mamas on Bed Rest and Beyond. 2-3 minutes, boom, you're done. So anyway, what's going on with Mamas on Bed Rest right now, the end of June of 2012? We're calling this our inaugural video, the Mama Money Show. And because we've been really looking at money issues that are affecting mamas on bed rest. And our first issue that we came around to was insurance issues during pregnancy. And we had a great guest blog post by June Owensboro, who provided us with a lot of really useful information on maternity riders that some women have to have for their insurance policies, and just really getting a sense of what's covered and what's not covered in your insurance policy about your pregnancy. Now, granted, hopefully you looked at this before you got pregnant. If you didn't, oh well. But she has some really great ideas, so I'm going to bring that to your attention. Also, she provided us with a wealth of information on short-term disability. Now, I thought this was really great because, as you know, in the United States, we do not have paid maternity leave. And in fact, the only thing we have is the Family Medical Leave Act, which ensures that you get 12 weeks off without losing your job, but it's not paid. And that 12 weeks can be used to bring home a new baby, or care for a baby, to bring home an adoptive child, to care for a loved one, or to recoup from an illness yourself. But again, it's not paid. So, families are still in a lurch because they don't have any income coming in. So she provided us a wealth of information that I was able to compress down into a blog post on what mamas on bed rest need to know about short-term disability. The one thing that she brought to my attention, which I didn't realize, is there are many states that have short-term disability programs, and you automatically pay into it from your paycheck. So I think it bears some research. I don't have the stats on which states have these and which don't, but if you're in a state where you're already paying into a short-term disability, and it's usually, you'll see on your pay stub, the SDI, you need to go and file because you are entitled to benefits. And sometimes it's either 50%, 60%, but who cares if you're not getting any money? 50, 60%, is a lot better than nothing. So check that out. And most times your human resources department can help you with that. The other thing is, okay, say you're in a state that doesn't have short-term disability program. What can you do? There are riders that you can purchase, or private policies that you can purchase. Most times you have to purchase them before you're going to use them, and a lot of them have a pretty steep probationary period, like you have to have it for a year or 9 months or something before you can draw benefits. If you're on bed rest now, that's not going to help you. But if this is your first baby, I would go ahead and sign up for it now, because not saying that you're going to have this with your second baby, but even if you have a completely normal pregnancy, that 6 weeks off you're off after the baby, you can be getting short-term disability. So something to keep in mind. Finally, I was looking at the next subject, which is planning for your children's futures. And I put this in because this is something that I've just been dealing with. As many of you know, my children are 9 and 6, and I gotta say, I haven't made too many plans for their future. And it just kind of has been dawning on me, like, as fast as these years have gone, before I look up, my daughter's gonna be 18, and she's gonna be like, Mom, I wanna go to college. And I'm gonna be like, I'd like you to go to college. And I really just feel like it's time to be planning for her future. So it was like, okay, what are the options available? And so I wrote a blog post about it, planning for your children's futures. But in a nutshell, there are 5 options that I came up with. And if anybody has any more, please share them with me, info@mamasonbedrest.com. But they are traditional savings accounts, 529 accounts, and Coverdell accounts, which are the college savings funds, universal gift to minors, and universal trust to minors. And these, you can actually leave property or stuff, assets, to minors who They can claim them when they're 18 or 21, depending on how you set it up. There are trust funds, and there are also Roth IRAs, which I found to be really, really interesting because I always considered Roths to be for retirement. Apparently, once your children are of working age, you can establish a Roth, put money in, I guess it's after-tax money, and if they don't take it out till they're 59 and a half, they get no penalty, but there are some stipulations. They can take them out for education, or as they get older, if they want to purchase their home for a first time. So, there's something that they could work with there. But, I mean, there were these options that I had no idea of until I did this blog post, so I really wanted to toss that out there. So that's what we have in the Mama Money Show. And just kind of bringing all that to your attention and bringing it to your attention so that you'll at least think about it, if not act on those issues right now. As always, we're looking for our Mamas of the Month because I still believe that the best way for mamas to learn, to grow, and to survive is to hear the stories of other mamas. I mean, I can tell you my story, but I think you've all heard it ad nauseum and nobody wants to hear it anymore. And besides, my situation was one situation. I didn't have an incompetent cervix. I didn't have preeclampsia. I was having some preterm labor and I had a preemie with my daughter, etc. You need to hear about those stories. So I'm always encouraging mamas to write in and share their story. And we always like to give you a little something for doing that for us. Now we have a bunch of books. I'm always getting books to review, or can you give this as a gift? And some of them are great, like the Preemie Primer, which here is by Dr. Jennifer Gunter, and it is a really good guidebook for parents of premature infants to tell them how to navigate the healthcare system and how to get the services that they need for their child. Fragile Beginnings, let me go this way. It's by Dr. Adam Wolfberg, and he talks about new discoveries and interventions that are being used to help premature infants in the NICU. This one, I found it was more like a novel, but it's a really good read. But if I were a mom of a new preemie, it's not what I would read first. I'd probably read the Preemie Primer first. I found it interesting now that my preemie is now 9, but that's kind of how I read that one. But good book. The Healthy Home by Dr. Myron Wentz and his son Dave Wentz, and they have extensive knowledge, Dr. Wentz especially, in like microbiology and cell biology and things that are toxic to the cell. There are a lot of people who are really concerned about what's around my baby, what's around my home. They give you some really solid advice. We have a few copies of that. And from my good friend Heidi Murkoff, we have What to Expect When You're Expecting. This is kind of the Bible pregnancy book. Now, I will say it doesn't address a lot of bed rest issues, but it's got some other good stuff that, can be useful. And I think it's a good book. We have copies here, so if you're Mom of the Month, you could actually choose that. Finally, and let me move some things here on my desk, we have, and I'm going to sit back a little bit so you can see what they're called, petite boxes. And this is a new product coming out of Europe where gift boxes are sent to people. Now, a woman can kind of subscribe to the service, or her friends can give her the service for a shower gift. In Europe, it's called Glossy Box, and they're products and things all for women, and they're like little samples of face creams and cosmetics and such. The petite boxes are products and samples for moms and babies. So in this one, we have a few items for mom. We have, looks like a small skincare line, soothing cleansing lotion. What is this one? Soothing facial cream and a hydrating day cream. So here's a little trio. There is some baby bubble bath. Let's go this way. And a little washcloth. This just brings back memories. My son used to love little washcloths with people on the top. He used to try and bite them. So I have very good memories of little washcloth. And this is nice and soft, nice soft stuff. Then we have a Lacino teether. Believe me, you will need these. Put these in the fridge and let them when they're teething. And then a baby bib. This is really cute. And it's nice fiber. It's from Petite Frites, and made in the USA, even better. So keeping some jobs here in the old US of A. So yes, we will have petite boxes also. So I am really open to mamas who contribute and share their stories with other mamas, picking your gift. So just say, I want a petite box, or I want healthy home, or I want fragile beginnings, and we will get that shipped out to you. But yes, Mamas of the Month, our program, I think is very important, and I want to keep that going. So yeah, here we are with our inaugural e-zine video. And this month's was Mama's Money Show. Be sure to check out those blog posts because it's some really vital information that could probably save you and your family some money and help you get some money, which I think is very important. And please consider being our Mama of the Month so you can share your story with other mamas on bed rest and beyond. And with that, I am Darlene Turner-Lee, bed rest coach, owner and founder of Mamas on Bed Rest and Beyond. Have a good week.